Gerrit, you said the biggest goal is to win a world championship. Do you think this team is equipped to do so this year?
Yeah.
In what way?
Well,
do you feel you've got all the components?
Yeah. I feel like, I believe in our team.
Do you always feel that way in camp?
I think maybe there's a bit more hope when I was on the Pirates.
Had you been able to put your finger on what kind of the issue was with the home runs, or is that something you do like a deep dive on, or just kind of flush it and move on?
I think that it's kind of hard to overgeneralize. Is it like, I don't know. I keep thinking when Justin gave up 36 and won the Cy Young, how many questions like this he got. But it's some pitches were good pitches, some pitches were bad pitches, some were bad sequences. I think overall, when I evaluated it, I tried to cut through the stuff that I could control, and slightly improve on those kinds of things, and try to stay vigilant about how a little tinker here or a different pitch selection here might be able to prevent some of those things. But the solo home runs really are it's the late ones that kind of flip the game a little bit, or the ones where there are 2 or 3 runners on base that kind of sting the most. But like part of it's my style. I don't walk very many guys. I throw strikes with all 5 of my pitches. Part of what makes me great is my low walk rate and those 2 things. So there's a pretty good chance that when you face me, I'm going to be in the strike zone. And if you get a good pitch to hit and you put a really good swing on it, obviously sometimes those balls can go out. So, it's not like I'm going to give up 0 home runs this year. I'm always going to give up a certain amount of home runs. So, I think just being a bit more vigilant and whatever it is on that specific day that maybe needs to be improved, just try to get out ahead of it.
What's your relationship been like with Carlos, and what are you most looking forward to with working with him?
Yeah, I first met Carlos a handful of years ago working out, and I was struck by his just raw strength and his intensity, and I think everyone's kind of gotten to see that a little bit more as he continues to take the mound over and over again and progress and get stronger and settle in to his career. And just talking to him a few times since he's been signed and since we've been down here, some of those things I mentioned are still there, and I think that he's in a position to keep getting better and hopefully for us get a lot better and pitch really well for us. And it's also kind of a cool time where the culmination of a lot of hard work for him over the last 7 to 10 years has kind of come to fruition, and now he's able to settle down and be a Yankee for the rest of his career. So it's just always cool to experience that with somebody. It's just such a great time, and it's been a pleasure to get to know him a little better.
You looking forward to being on a staff with Gerrit Cole?
Yeah, I think I've watched Gerrit for a while. A lot of us have. We know how good he is, and I think it's going to be a fun competition between him and I.
The biggest thing for me, coming over and being a New York Yankee was, just the track record. There's always a chance to be the last one standing. So I've never really had that shot. I've been on a couple winning teams, but I'm excited to see what it's like, to pitch in an ALCS and eventually pitch in a World Series. So.
And how much was getting a chance to pitch in New York, the biggest market, playing at Yankee Stadium? How much did all that factor in as well?
Yeah, everybody knows the New York Yankees. Honestly, the biggest thing was the winning part. I know this is a winning team, and that's what really swayed me to come over here.
And what do you think the fans of New York will get from you in terms of consistency, durability, predictability, trust?
Yeah, you're just cranking out these questions right now. This is great. What are they going to get from me? Like I said, you know, from the question you asked me earlier, just know when I show up on the mound, you're going to get a guy that's going to lay it all out there. As far as everything else, it's my job to pitch every 5 days. I've been compensated pretty well to do that, so I don't really have many excuses. You know, if I can walk out there, I'll go out there. Let's put it that way.
The pitch clock, what do you think about that, and how big of an adjustment will that be for you?
You know, there's a interesting website called Baseball Savant. I'm sure you guys know about, and you can go and see like time between pitches. I think I'm kind of like middle of the pack, but I don't know what their time's based off of. I'm not sure what the 20-second timer is. Like, is it when the catcher throws back the ball? Do you know the answer to that? I'm not sure. I don't either. I'm sure I'm about to find out in about 12 minutes in that meeting. I'll be able to tell you what the exact rule is. But, you know, I work fairly fast, so I'm not so worried about the 20 seconds. What's going to be nice is the games are going to go by quicker, so that'll be nice for the fans and you guys. You don't have to sit there as long.